I would like to welcome you all here tonight. Sheikh Yahya, our school patron, the Board of Management of the Muslim National School, staff and colleagues of the school, invited guests, and most importantly tonight, Brennan and her family and close friends that she wished to be here with her to share in this significant event, her retirement from the Muslim school. Berna. Now, I'm going to have to try to remember to call you Berna, because I'm so used to so many assemblies saying Mrs. Brennan this, Mrs. Brennan that. So I'll do my best. Berna joined the staff of the school in 1992, a very brief time after its establishment, and has worked tirelessly for the good of the school, the children, the parents, and the broader Islamic community until her retirement on January the 8th last. Almost 24 years of service. And for a school that's 25 years old, I think that deserves a round of applause. Berna has worked as a class teacher from infants to 6th class and all the others in between. As a learning support teacher, deputy principal for a number of years when Mr. Colin McLeod was principal. And I don't know about the next, but is Colin here yet?
Not yet, Sean.
He was going to be stuck in traffic, so I was going to say we're very glad to have Colin here with us tonight, but I'll say that later. And since December 2010, she's been in a leadership role as principal of the school. She has worked hard in all her different roles over the years, and now on her retirement, I would like to mention a few of the great things Berna has done for the school, her legacy. Good discipline, firm but fair, has always been important to her. The children would have respect for their elders and each other in all the various contexts of their life. At the beginning of her principalship, the school had a couple of discipline issues of a fairly serious nature, but Berna never shirked from these realities. She took them on and dealt with them. Consequently, discipline really improved in our school and remains that way today, the children being well-mannered and respectful. So thank you, Berna, for that. During the 5 years as principal, Berna did a lot to, I've written down, tighten things up in relation to the finances of the school. And we have a lot of extra expenses, particularly in the development of the Islamic religion and ethos of the school, something which is of vital importance to our parents, the Board of Management, and the broader Muslim community. We do not get any money at all from the Department of Education and Skills, nothing, to help us with these expenses, and we rely on the kindness and generosity of friends and benefactors of the Muslim school and community to help us. Berna has done good work in this area, and thanks to her, we are in a fairly stable financial situation. I won't say we're well off, we're not too bad, okay? Berna has a friendly, warm, welcoming personality, and as she has often said herself, a good sense of humour, which is vital when the pressure is on, as it sometimes is. She has always had an open door policy in her office. Any staff member who had a question, concern or worry was always welcome in the office. She was a good listener, had time for people, and gave very sound advice. And we all know, we've all had some of the advice over the years. Very sound advice. The secret was she made you feel of value in the staff with worthwhile things to contribute, and this good feeling permeated throughout the school, creating a good atmosphere and a happy working environment. Thanks to Berna, staff morale is at an all-time high, creating the perfect situation for good teaching by the teachers and good learning by the children. A happy place for all. Children, class and support teachers, SNAs, religion teachers, and of course, Belinda, Necroof, and Sergio. Where are they? Where's Belinda? Put your hand up. Give them a round of applause. And Necroof, there's Necroof, and Sergio. Where's Sergio? And Sergio. Okay. They're valued members of staff. Parents also have been made feel welcome in the school. They could make an appointment to see her at any time, and on many occasions, when the need arose, she saw them without a prior appointment. She frequently met parents at parent-teacher meetings for an informal chat and made sure tea and coffee was available for them in the staff room. Thanks to the Parents Association or the mothers group as we call them, because it's primarily mothers, they were also very welcome in the school, and she had begun an initiative whereby parents could come to school in the morning and meet with herself and me for tips on how to help their children at home with reading and storytelling in the first language of the home and also in English. So that initiative had begun, and I hope to continue with this initiative in the near future. Tá anna himig Berna sa Gaeilge, agus cuishi an bhéim bhuala na Gaeilge scoil. Berna has great love of the Irish language, culture and heritage. It was very important to her that the children in the Muslim National School learned Irish just like the children in any other school in Ireland. No difference. Many of our children have a very good ear for picking up languages and do extremely well in the subject in secondary schools and have won awards for Gaeilge in secondary schools, which is a great mark, I think, of good on the school. She also placed huge value and importance on the Islamic ethos of our school, and this is important not just in supporting it, but actively promoting it outside the school as well as within. For the past 7 or 8 years, almost all of the junior infants entering our school have been born in Ireland, Irish citizens. It was and is very important to Brennan that they grow up to be not just good Muslims, but good Irish Muslims, well prepared for their place in Irish society as active participants and leaders. Brennan has done a lot to promote the Muslim school and made a big effort to foster good relationships with the primary and secondary schools in our area. She was in communication also with some third-level colleges, also with annual visits from lecturers and students to learn about the history and ethos of our school. She was ably assisted in this by Mrs. Asia Altuash, she's down there at the end of the top table, now an SME in the school, but more importantly, a founder member of the Muslim National School, along with a few others that are here tonight. So I'd really like to give them a round of applause for founder members for their initiative and foresight. We are delighted to have Asia, along with her husband Mudaffar, here with us tonight to celebrate Berna's retirement, particularly because they have been not just colleagues, but good friends through the years. Berna also worked hard to foster good relationships with the Islamic Foundation of Ireland. Welcome again to Sheikh Yahya and the staff of the South Circular Road Mosque, and with the Islamic Cultural Society of Ireland. I was going to say welcome to Dr. No, but he is sick unfortunately. But for the staff of the ICCI, thank you, you're very welcome. They are good friends too and supporters of the Muslim National School. We are very thankful to them. Barakallah fikum. I had to work on that. Many very good initiatives were put in place to help the pupils develop educationally, socially and personally by Mr. Colin McGlade, the first principal of the Muslim National School. Now I think he's late as well. Is Colin here? Yes. Okay, he'll miss his moment though. That was a run of almost 20 years as principal, and we are delighted, or will be, to have him with us tonight, along with his wife Maura, to celebrate with Berna. But he said this might be on YouTube, so he might get to hear it. It might be over-ambitious, perhaps. Anyway, she too oversaw some very positive innovations during her time as principal, and following are just some examples. Development of Olympic handball in the school, it was there, but she developed it further with the help of Miss Larkin in the PE department. Gymnastic classes, chess, cycle safety, support for the football team, in-service for all teachers to develop personally, including the religion teachers. The school choir. Well, this is one of her great loves, the school choir. I have to say thank you to Mrs. O'Neill. She will hate me for this, but Mrs. O'Neill, Orla O'Neill, has done so much. Where is she? Come on, Orla. Stay way down at the end there. She has worked tirelessly with the children, and they have such a pure, beautiful quality in their voices. And later on, you probably heard them as you came in, but we have a CD for the 25th anniversary of the school, and it'll be playing again during the meal. And it's going to be available on the 25th anniversary night and in school and on other occasions. So we'll expect you all to dig deeply and support us with them. They won't be too expensive, but it's beautiful, with nasheeds and Arabic songs and Irish songs. It's a good mixture. She also developed debating in the school magazine. That's going to be with the 25th. I'm plugging all of these now. We have a 25th magazine as well, celebration, which will... Yes, years and years, Brennan, I've got it at last. But the school magazine will be on sale again later on, and maybe in March. 25th celebration magazine. School cleanliness and the great work of our caretaker, Nakroof. Nakroof has been with us maybe 4 years, but I don't know how we managed without him, but he is fantastic because he has initiative. You don't have to say to him, will you do this or this job? He'll come and say, I saw this and it's done. He is just fantastic. So we have a big round of applause for Nakroof. And I know Mrs. Brennan is extremely fond of him. Nakroof, do you want to come up and say something? I couldn't let that moment go. Okay, nearly there now. She worked with the Department of Education and Skills to progress a new school building. Modernisation of the computer room, replacing desktop computers with laptops and laptop trolleys. Hundreds of new books introduced to the class libraries throughout the school. An enlarged staff room, and through the TOOS scheme, we have Anne Brady to help out in the staff room. And Anne is there. Here. Anne, okay. She's over here as well. We're all down that corner. And thanks to Anne for all her hard work. These initiatives have greatly improved the school life experiences of the children, and made the Muslim school a good place to work in for staff. Last page, luckily. Throughout all her hard work, Brennan managed to maintain her sense of humour and remain true to the adage, which she wrote in a profile of herself in the Irish Primary Principals Network magazine a couple of years ago. Don't sweat the small stuff, which is a good adage to have. I'll try and remember that. Providing the very best for all the children and the staff of the Muslim National School was what Brennan aspired to. I'm getting emotional now, stop this. Aspired to, and as we say goodbye, we say Benairi and Boherlat. I'm sure everyone here tonight joins with me in wishing you not just years but decades of happy and healthy retirement. Now for the second part.